is Hall in the starting lineup again, along with Eaglock, Williamson, Norris, and Knight. Senior night underway, and one of those seniors, Lucas Williamson, starts and hands off to Braden Norris. Stefan, what are the keys tonight for the Ramblers?
Well, I think the Ramblers, while I don't think they're in any danger here, but they need to try to keep pace in the first half here. Make sure that they're operating. Looks like the Ramblers are offensive foul. Operating in a way that keeps pace, so that when they get to tougher games, that they're able to match scoring, have runs, to put themselves in position to win. Also, they need to protect the basketball, and as I said before, good execution they have for set.
See how it looks tonight. Tate Hall with the offensive foul, and so the Ramblers come up empty on their opening possession. And now Evansville will bring the ball across. They're 2-14 in Valley play at the bottom of the standings. They have lost 5 straight games, but for their last 8 losses, they've been by 7 points or fewer. In fact, they lost by only 5 against Valparaiso on Monday, so they are playing a little bit better of late. Off the miss, here's Williamson for 3, misses there. The rebound to Shamar Givens, the senior from Toronto.
This Evansville team, they've had glimpses of greatness. They've got to put together a solid 2 halves of basketball here if they're going to beat this Rambler team.
It's just been a tough year for Evansville, but there have been times in which they feel like things are going well. They went on a big run against Valparaiso on Monday, but still came up short there. 3 seconds to shoot now. There's Beauchamp into the clock. No, rebounded to Chris Knight. Evansville scored the first 16 points of the second half and went on a 28-5 run. And still came up short. Chris Knight gets the first bucket of the ball game.
Chris Knight, so good in the interior. Able to knock that one down off the glass.
Chris Knight, one of those 2 senior grad transfers, part of this Loyola team that have had a huge impact on the roster this year. And 9 straight starts for Chris Knight. Underneath, that one is knocked away from Blake Sisley, and now a shot clock violation against the Aces.
He said a block shot that time by Lucas Williamson. That's why he was Defensive Player of the Year last year. That time, Sisley easily 3 inches taller, and he's able to get up there and block that shot. Amazing defensive play.
Lucas Williamson showing what he can do from a defensive standpoint, night in and night out. One of the great Ramblers ever to suit up. Now he's got the ball for Loyola. Norris into the paint. Hands tonight. Couldn't handle it. It's taken away by Frederking for the Aces.
I think the Aces were ready for that play. They've seen that alley-oop 100 times in past Loyola games.
Now Givens working against Knight. Against the mismatch, he'll throw it out. And now works with 10 to shoot. Shoots high over Knight. That's well short. And out of bounds, it'll be Loyola basketball.
You see the Ramblers double teaming Givens, not giving him any room to operate. That time really just a shot of desperation, not even a draw iron.
Ryan Schwieger into the game for Tate Hall, another one of the seniors for the Ramblers. Evansville tonight is playing without their head coach Todd Licklider, who is out with a non-COVID related illness. I wish Todd the best. Hope you're feeling better soon. Licklider likely to be out tonight, but should be able to return for their final game on Saturday against Missouri State.
Sisley with a great defensive play, blocking that shot.
And now a miss by Beauchamp. Here comes Williamson for the Ramblers. Knight working against Sisley. Into the paint, up over him. Doesn't get the roll. Aren't you supposed to get that on senior night?
All right. Everything should go in.
At least for the senior stuff.
Absolutely, but Knight's so crafty in the interior. You just expect all those to go in.
Sisley almost had that one knocked away by Williamson. And now baseline jumper for Kuhlman won't go. Schwieger going to work. Throws it away to Evan Kuhlman.
Kuhlman in great defensive position, able to take that one away.
And now a three from the top of the key falls for Sisley, and Evansville on the board to take the lead.
Sisley's been coming along of late. You see him knock down that three-point shot, but great, tremendous play in the interior with the developing hook shot. Doing a great job.
Here's Knight against Kuhlman. Kicks it out Norris. Three from the wing is good.
Great play. We saw those types of plays so many times in history here for this Ramblers in the past 5 years. Ramblers doing a great job of in and out play.
Ramblers up 5-3. Sisley works on Knight. That's off the backboard, never got to the rim. Big block, leaves it off for Schwieger.
Block does such a great job of attacking the basket. That time, drawing two defenders. Schwieger wide open behind, able to lay it off the glass.
Huey Glock has been with this Ramblers program since the year the team went to the Final Four. Didn't play that year, was redshirting after the transfer from New Mexico. But he has had a great career for Loyola, has gotten better each and every season.
Absolutely. And you can see the size that he's developed over the years. He's really able to help the Ramblers rebound and defend.
Williamson, here Uguak, part of that group. Keith Clemens, Ryan Schwieger, Chris Knight, Tate Hall, and Will Alcock. 7 seniors. You don't see that often, but a lot was made of the fact that, as Braden Norris scores, Stefan, that there were 30 super seniors that returned to their previous school after the COVID year, and Loyola has 4 of those players, and they're all being honored tonight along with those other seniors. This is a veteran-laden group.
You're talking about 7 players. That's half the team, if not more than half. So the team's going to turn over tremendously after this season.
Plenty of turnover, but still some quality returning as well. But we'll worry about that later, right?
Absolutely. You got to play this game.
Important games to go. Here's Keith Clemens, one of those seniors. Tried to get it down low, but Kuhlman kicked it. Whistles the dead ball. Now Williamson to inbound. A fresh 20 on the clock for Loyola. Clemens down low to Hudson. He draws the foul on Phillips.
Clemens makes that fake there. Just a great entry pass to Hudson. Not able to finish, but great attack.
Preston Phillips, the freshman from Elkhart, Indiana, picks up the foul. So Jacob Hudson at the free throw line, where he has struggled this season. He hits the first. The sophomore began the season, Steph, in the starting lineup, now coming off the bench.
Absolutely, and he comes in and it gives valuable minutes. I was going to say that, you got to knock down free throws as he misses that second one. Ramblers 8th in free throw percentage in the Missouri Valley Conference. They've really got to focus on getting those to go in.
Especially when you get to tournament time, right?
Absolutely.
Arch Madness is coming up next weekend. Amazing how fast these seasons go, isn't it?
Absolutely. We talked about keeping pace. Phillips gets fouled there on the baseline. Talked about keeping pace and making free throws. That's one of the things that can help you to stay right there with your opponent.
So take a look right now. UNI with a slim margin over Indiana State. 14:32 left in the second half. So we'll be watching that game closely. If the Ramblers and UNI go into Saturday with the same record, then Saturday's game will be a championship in the regular season to determine that 1 seed when we get to Arch Madness. There's St. Thomas.
Goodness.
Nice move with the left.
Well, I didn't think he had a whole lot of an opportunity to make that basket. Just a crafty move to shoot it. Really a reverse going towards the left side of the basket.
There is Preston Phillips, misses that three to the left.
Phillips not really known for three-point shooting, more of a shot blocker and rebounder.
Yeah, Phillips 4 for 16 this season. Going into that three, now 4 for 17. And he picks up a foul. Quickly 2 fouls against Phillips. The Purple Aces, Steph, too, haven't had a lot of guys available due to injury, so having Phillips pick up 2 fouls here early, certainly not what they want.
Those are costly fouls, as I was about to say. I mean, he plays a lot of minutes for the Evansville team, and they really need his defensive presence.
Here's Schwieger for 3. Back tap by Uguak.
Uguak so good at tipping the ball out and keeping the possession for the team.
Clemens around to curl. Wow. Hits a 3 from the wing.
Wow, that three-point shot. The Ramblers are first in the MVC in three-point field goal percentage. That time, he's able to knock down that shot with the defense point blank in his face.
15-3 start for Loyola. Now underneath, that shot will go. Emmett Page in off the bench, the junior from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Clemens trying to navigate the paint. They kick out. Schwieger, another 3.
Outstanding. And this is good for Schwieger. I believe the team's 10-0 when he makes 2 or more three-point shots. This is a good thing for him.
This Loyola team, Steph, when they're hitting their threes, they are extremely difficult to beat.
Absolutely, and that's what they need to do. You see a lot of games where they're attacking the basket, defense not really giving them a lot of opportunities at the three-point line. The Ramblers are doing what they need to do.
Your senior night, Steph.
Well, what I really remember was that it was about to be over. And after having been here, I had a redshirt year, so 5 years. It's like, wow, that went really quickly. I remember receiving my picture. There was a banner in the stands that I still have, as well as the senior blanket that we received. But for me, it was just poignant to know that it was almost over, an era of my life that would never come back.
Certainly a good one, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You had a great career here at Loyola.
Lifelong friends. We had great runs here. Got to play against a number of people. Half the Bulls would come as the Ramblers go out here on their fast break.
Oh, block! Senior night stuff.
The flusheroni. You haven't heard that in a while. But whatever the case, I remember we used to practice against the Bulls in the summertime. It was just an amazing time as a senior. And so this Loyola team, they've done so much, way more than our team did, and I thought we had a good run. So they've got a lot to remember.
Lucas Williamson will leave this school as the winningest player in Loyola Chicago basketball history. The official took a tumble down along the baseline. It'll be Ramblers ball, 23 seconds on the shot clock, knocked out by Evansville. A slip there, and so they bring in the towel to wipe off the floor. It's contact sport. It looks like we're all okay.
That's always good to see.
Right back up. Here's Norris down the lane.
Well, I love what Brayton Norris did on that attack. Recognizing that Sicily was there, the shot blocker, able to get to the opposite side of the basket and spin it to get it to go in. Great move.
22-5 start for Loyola.
You look at Lucas Williamson against Sicily, easily giving up 5 inches in height.
And now Frederking for 3. No, had a good look.
And out rebounding. Wow.
Norris. That time way off. Hall right there.
You know, Jordan, I'm not sure if that wasn't up.
We're getting close to the 10-minute mark of the second half. We'll lay out the scenarios for you depending upon what happens in that game. Trying to shoot now for Evansville out of the timeout. Logan Bauman's club just trying to get something going here. Here's Sisley off on a three. Evansville is a team that wants to shoot a lot of threes. Williamson misses there. Last year, they were one of the top teams in the country in terms of three-point shots taken. This season, 46% of their field goal attempts are threes, but they're only shooting 32%. So they have struggled to hit the threes, but Todd Licklater's team, by design, is one that will take the threes. They just want to get good looks at the basket. They had one there, it just didn't fall.
Well, they've got shooters, players in the past that have scored from the arc at a high clip. Certainly, Frederick King and Kuhlman able to knock them down as well. Beauchamp, so they've got shooters, just got to make them.
18 points away from passing Gerald Hayward, who played from 85 to 89 at Loyola. Just an all-time great. You know, it was interesting, Steph, talking to you and to Coach Valentine before the game, and he was asking you, where does Lucas Williamson rank? You could make an argument for a lot of different spots on that list, but what we do know is he is one of the best players ever to suit up for Loyola.
Well, let me tell you, as I believe he picks up a foul on this play, Lucas Williamson's effort cannot be categorized based on just points. He's a tremendous defensive player. Gerald Hayward's my high school teammate as well as college teammate, and he was a fantastic player. And so if you're about to pass him on Loyola's list, you must be doing something right.
That's right, and certainly, like you said, over 1,200 points for Lucas Williamson, which is great, but his value is so much more than that as Chris Knight finishes again underneath. Williamson was a preseason second-team All-Valley selection. I have a pretty good feeling he's going to finish in that first team this year.
Oh, absolutely. And certainly leading for Player of the Year candidate in the NBC. Great
There's
block.
A block from Knight.
Wow.
Gibbons was trying to get in there, and Knight said, I don't think so. Now here comes Lucas. Passing to the corner, but Uglock will pass up the three. Spin move to the bucket. Oh, that was pretty.
What an amazing move by Uglock. 17.7 rebounds against Illinois State their last game. Wow, just an amazing play.
Evansville, one of its last 10 from the field. They've gone 5 minutes almost without any points.
You can credit Loyola's defense for that.
Ian Enaruna into the game, lost the handle, comes out to Hall.
Right on cue, turnover by Evansville.
Norris to Williams.
First and 3-point percentage. They're gonna get to the basket. You got to try to stop them. The double team, taking away driving opportunities, getting out and guarding the 3-point line.
Shamar Gibbons throws that one away, almost got me.
I thought you were going to catch that.
I'm relying on you to do this. You're the Loyola great. I just sit here and talk.
Well, listen, if you had gotten that and passed it to me, I would have definitely shot it.
You can still shoot.
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
seen it. I'm ready to see you out there. Well, Williamson tries to feed underneath. That's taken away.
Well, they did a great job that time, and they got to capitalize on those types of efforts. They do a great job in their man-to-man set, but they'll also show some zone.
Beauchamp at the top of the key. Now Givens against Knight on a mismatch. Givens trying to use the speed. Beauchamp in the corner, missing a three. Rebound to Keith Clemens. Evansville is 2 for 18 from the field.
Well, the Ramblers have something to do with that. They do a great job of getting out on shots like that. You saw Beauchamp rushed into that 3-point shot.
Knight, nice pass down low for Lucas Williamson.
That's a tremendous play. Williamson able to catch this basketball through the defense, kissing it off the glass.
32-5. That's not a graphic error.
Well, if you're atop the Missouri Valley Conference, as tough as this conference is, 6 teams really in the hunt for the championship. this is what you should do for lower tier teams. And they're executing the way that they need to for a game coming up on Saturday where they really have to show something.
That basket for Noah Frederking ends a 17-0 run for the Ramblers. So maybe if you're Evansville, you can get something going. This might be able to provide them some momentum. The Ramblers have been cooking all half long. Clemens misses a three. Rebound to Frederking. Now Givens directing traffic from the top. So over 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Now the Ramblers have had some issues scoring in recent games, even though they have been winning the majority of them. You know, Drew Valentine was telling me before the game, Steph, that a lot is made about momentum and whether you have it going into Arch Madness, but he said it's really not essential to be playing your best before the Arch Madness tournament. You just got to have it when you get to the postseason. He said there have been a couple of years, in recent years, there's Lucas Williamson, another bucket. He's got 6 first half points. He said there were a couple times where we were playing great going into the Valley tournament, didn't win it. There have been other times we played okay and we went in there and won the thing.
Well, you said a key word there, and that's momentum. That doesn't mean you're necessarily winning all of your games, but it does mean that you're executing at a high clip. And this Rambler team has had games where they...
UNI Indiana State game, because if UNI holds serve and wins that game, and Loyola wins tonight against Evansville, it's setting up for a championship Saturday between Loyola and UNI to see who takes that top seed and wins the Valley regular season crown. So under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Clemens, alley-oop to Ugwak, and he gets it to fall.
Ugwak so slippery, able to make that backdoor cut. Great finish at the rim.
Ugwak is such a good athlete.
Absolutely.
Seen a lot of those big dunks this year, but this time he just has to use the touch to lay it in. And now Clemens the steal. Ahead of the pack and lays it in over Kuhlman.
Was able to ward off the defense that time. Great finish. But the Ramblers getting it done by defense. Using their defense to generate their offense.
There's Sisley. Blake Sisley has played well of late, made his first career start on Monday, had 18 points, which is a career best for the freshman in that game. In his last 5, has averaged over 11 points per game. Page back in for Evansville along with Preston Phillips, who was out much of this first half with 2 fouls.
Well, the Ramblers have held this Evansville team to just 9 points here in this first half. I mean, they're doing a great job on the defensive end.
Certainly are, and Evansville really struggling. 3 of 21 from the field, 1 of 11 from 3. Here's Ugwak. Turns in on Kuhlman, bucket and a foul.
Ugwak so strong going to the basket. You see, he just powers past Kuhlman here, turns. I thought Phillips was going to step in for the double. It didn't happen. Ugwak going the free throw line.
Under 80 seconds to go here in this first half. Kuhlman has an open look, hits a 3.
And he got the Acers into double digits.
Took them almost 19 minutes, but at least there was that for the Purple Aces. Now here's Thomas. Schwieger in the corner. Misses that three. Hudson tries to back tap it, but Emmett Page there for it. Givens will go to work against Keith Clemens. A 3-second difference between the shot and the game clock here late in this first half. Givens trying to navigate in. 5 seconds to shoot now. Givens, 2 seconds, one, lost the handle. 3 seconds left in the half. Here's Thomas, end of the clock, blocked by Phillips, who is coaching tonight in place of Todd Licklider, who's out tonight, non-COVID illness. You figure that he's been telling his guys to grind, but when you go into a half down 41-12, what do you think the message is to his team as they start the second half?
Well, the first thing you have to know is that your season isn't over after this game. So you've got to continue to try to battle this Loyola team so you get better for your upcoming games. But they need to defend their basket and make sure that they're taking away scoring opportunities from this Loyola team. They've got to execute on offense and take what the defense gives them on offense to try to get some scores. And that hasn't been very much with Loyola being such a good defensive team. And then ultimately, they've got to protect the ball and make sure they're not turning it over. They haven't turned it over that much. Just 8 times so far in this game with that last turnover.
Williamson knocks down the three. Now 9 points for him. This Evansville team is one that does not turn the ball over a lot. Despite the struggles they've had, they are 4th in the Valley in terms of their turnover numbers. 11.1 per game. It's pretty good.
Oh, very good.
Now a fadeaway jumper for Sisley won't go. Chris Knight goes to work on the block against Sisley. The senior can't finish over the freshman. Shamar Givens is the leading scorer, 14 points per game for this Evansville team. Had just 2 first-half points that came at the free throw line. Sisley now against Hall, and that one's short.
Just not able to make a basket. But, I mean, Sisley leads. He's tied with Kuhlman, scoring leader with just 3 points. I mean, they just haven't had a lot of opportunities, or they haven't gotten to go down that often.
Morris finding Knight underneath. That was a foul against Evan Kuhlman, his second. Kuhlman and Preston Phillips, 2 of the guys playing near the post with 2 fouls apiece early in the second half. Williamson stops and pops. That won't go. Rebound, Knight has it stripped away by Frederking.
It's a great heads-up play that time, able to pull that ball away from Knight as he went up to shoot.
This is an Evansville team, Steph, that returned 4 starters from a season ago. Right now they're playing without Jawan Newton, who has been out for the last 7 games now with a knee injury, as Norris picks up the foul. Last year, Evansville was able to win 7 games in Valley play after a season in which they did not win a game after they had a tumultuous coaching change. And so they were really kind of a nice story last year. They were middle of the pack. They were hitting a lot of threes. Todd Licklider really getting things turned around. There's Sisley at 3. But this season, due to some injuries and just being on the wrong end of some of their closer games and then finding themselves in plenty of blowouts, here they are at 6-21, in danger of losing for the 15th time in Valley play tonight.
Well, you still have to play at a high clip. And,
Uguak fouled underneath.
Boy, tripling that play. It looked like That could have been really dangerous.
Yes.
You still have to play the game at this point, and you should get better each time you get on the floor. You talked about players like Kuhlman and Freddie King that have been here before, and they're not even scoring at the clip they were a year ago. And so you've got to continue to play basketball and play it at a high level, especially against a team like the Ramblers that have been so good for the past 5 years.
Well, this Evansville team averaging 59.5 points per game. They're last in the conference in scoring offense, last in field goal percentage and three-point percentage.
That shouldn't define you. You should come in here in a game like this and try to take away all opportunity from this Ramblers team. Now, that's difficult to do, I know, but you should be giving it your best. Now, this could be, I don't know.
Been a struggle, but certainly Norris there picks up the foul. And we just got to take the opportunities as you have them.
Absolutely.
I certainly believe they're doing that. And here is now Norris going to the bench. Clemens into the game for the Ramblers.
Norris is out. Do you see how many assists he's got? He's got 2 assists. I told you that missed shot was an assist. He meant to do that.
I think you could be the official scorer. You can see if you can get that one past the coaching staff.
Right.
Here's Kuhlman into the shot clock. I don't know if Beauchamp knows it. Putting through. So the shot clock violation gives the ball back to Loyola.
Looks like the foul that time against Givens. I'd like to give a shout out, if you don't mind. My former teammate Andre Moore, son's here all the way from Brisbane, Australia.
Wow.
Jay Freddy. Not sure where he's sitting, but I'm glad to have him here today.
That's great. Welcome. My guess is that the weather here a little bit colder where he came from.
Brisbane's a lot like California, and so I'm sure it's a lot colder.
Sounds pretty good right about now.
Absolutely.
Loyola basketball, 9 to shoot. Nice crowd on hand tonight for senior night. Again, Loyola will play Saturday at UNI. And then it'll be Arch Madness. Lucas Williamson now with 11 tonight.
You see, wow. Beauchamp not really paying attention that time, didn't realize the ball was there. But Lucas Williamson, Defensive Player of the Year. And you see how he's taken over here offensively, averaging 15.8 points per game here in MVC play. And now in the hunt for Player of the Year.
Lucas has had a real strong year, there's no doubt. There's a foul called on the Ramblers. That'll be on Keith Clemens, first against the senior. We should point out again, because we've been mentioning it all evening, but Northern Iowa did go final. They did beat Indiana State, 88-82. The final. Noah Carter, 19.6 rebounds in the victory for UNI. So, Ramblers hold serve here, comfortably ahead. Both teams would then go into the final conference game at 13-4 in league play.
Phillips picks up this foul. The Ramblers have to score and keep pace in this game coming up. You've seen in past games where they're falling behind. It's just too difficult against those upper-tier teams to try and claw back in and go ahead. And it hasn't worked in their favor in a number of games. So they've got to keep pace on Saturday.
Here's Schwieger. Down low, Uglock had that one knocked away out of bounds off of Evansville. 14 on the shot clock for the Ramblers to work with. Well, Loyola did play UNI recently and blew them out, shooting the ball incredibly well. So you figure that would probably be on the mind of the Panthers players and coaching staff as well as they review point went wrong in that game as Udwak throws down his second dunk of the game.
And he hit him with the flusher-Rooney.
Our second flusher-Rooney of the game, too.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. They won that game by quite a bit, but at the end of the conference season, teams are different. They've seen how other teams have taken you to task, and I expect that they're going to try to replicate that. So the Ramblers are going to have to do all of the things they do well.
Clemens lays it in off the turnover. Loyola program, certainly here at Udwak, has had a real nice career. The two transfers into the program, Schwieger and Knight, only here for a season, but certainly have made a big impact on this team. Tate Hall has had a real nice career here for Loyola. Will Alcock is a beloved member of the bench mob. He brought his chair out for his moment on senior day with Coach Valentine and held the chair in the air as he went to the receiving line. That was great. So all of these guys, and Keith Clemens and Tate Hall, one of the things that Drew Valentine was saying is how important those two guys were, especially when Marcus Towns and Clayton Custer completed their careers after the Final Four season. How they helped them transition the program forward. And Tate Hall on cue knocks down a three.
It's right on cue. Tate Hall has, in a few games, kept the Ramblers in those games with his scoring prowess. And the Ramblers need players like that. But everyone on that seniors list have made contributions. Maybe not necessarily in the game for everyone, and nearly 3/4 of that list have contributions during the game. But everyone works to make this Ramblers team successful.
One of the things that has made Loyola so good over this last stretch in the Missouri Valley is how deep they've been, right, Steph? You think back to the Final Four team, how really Porter Moser could go to 10 different guys, tie up on the floor. Possession arrow will keep it with Loyola. And that really has continued through the rest of his tenure here, and now with Drew Valentine's team, as you see the amount of seniors that they had returning, the amount of depth they have on this roster, and that's something certainly that Drew will hope to continue with this program in the future.
When you can go 9, 10 players deep, it allows you to rest your main players, keeps them sharp during the game, but also during foul trouble. And there's an offensive foul right on cue.
Well, but you know, you think about guys like Hall and Clemens, two seniors who haven't always been starters. They both have been starters at times for this team. Hall certainly has started some of the last few games, but just the way that they've been able to be key contributors to this team.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to be a starter to be a contributor. You just have to contribute when it's your turn. And certainly Clemens and Hall have been fantastic throughout their careers here for the Ramblers, and will need to continue to do so against UNI on Saturday.
Foul on the floor as before Knight went up for that shot. Blake Sisley picks up the foul. Sisley from Santa Claus, Indiana.
I heard that.
You ever been there?
I didn't know there was a Santa Claus, Indiana, but I would love to go there. I'd love to see if it's a Christmas-themed town.
I mean, it really should be.
Absolutely.
Here's Hall to the basket.
Well, Hall recognizing that he had just a complete open lane, powered in for that layup. Good finish.
If I remember correctly, I believe that former Bears quarterback Jay Cutler is also from Santa Claus, Indiana.
You're kidding.
Well, it's kind of a hard town to forget.
Right, absolutely.
Gage Bobe now into the game for Evansville. Frederick King on the move. Nice score over Tate Hall.
Crafty move, and that's what's got to happen for them. They've got to attack, they've got to knock down their jump shots, but they've got to have some success to compete in these games. And while they're playing a tough Rambler team, up 50 points here in this game, they've got other games to play, and the conference tournament's coming up. They may be able to upset someone.
They just hope to build a little bit of something. The issue for Evansville has been that they have not been a team that can consistently score above 60. And so when you get into a game like this where the Ramblers are shooting 61% from the field. It just allows things to snowball.
When you look at the top half of this Missouri Valley Conference, it is such a difficult thing to do to win a basketball game against some of these teams. Great pass and finish.
Swigger and the foul.
Absolutely great pass from Chris.
On his senior night, transfer from Princeton. In 13 of his last 14 games has been held under 10 points, but he's looked good tonight the way that he did earlier in the season when he was the team's leading scorer. Now 4th on this team in scoring, just under 9 points per game.
Well, he's struggled in recent games with fouls, and unfortunately, when you're sitting on the bench, you can't operate, and so we got to make sure they protect themselves from being in foul trouble. Same thing with Chris Knight. I mean, the Ramblers really need his presence on the floor, shooting nearly 67% from the field.
This time he goes up and over Phillips for the bucket. 6 points tonight for Knight. That'll stay with Evansville, knocked out of bounds by the Ramblers. 9:43 to go. And down the stretch here, because the lead is so great for the Ramblers, you wonder at which point Drew Valentine will take some of these senior leaders out of the game. Certainly they want to be on the floor. The last game in the Gentile Arena, but you got the big game coming up on Saturday. You've got Arch Madness coming up. How will he manage these minutes over the last 9.5?
So nearly all of Loyola's games have been grinds. And you see Lucas Williamson going out having scored 11 points tonight. Nearly all of their games have been grinds, and you wonder how the fatigue at this point in the year is going to affect your team. And so it would be timely to start to take these players out and give them a bit of a rest.
Ian Enaruna with 9 to shoot, gets that to fall. Nice move from the senior from the Netherlands. Enaruna did not play against Valparaiso on Monday night. Evansville had to play Valparaiso in back-to-back games. They had to sandwich in the Monday game between their game against Valpo scheduled for Saturday and tonight's game. And the reason is they had originally scheduled it earlier in the year. It had to get rescheduled due to COVID pauses, and then they played on Monday because the next date that had been scheduled had to be moved because of a snowstorm in Valparaiso. Well, Uglock on the bench now, getting his moment from the fans.
They get a lot of snow down that way, no doubt. But absolutely, you think about how many games these teams have had to play here recently. The Ramblers playing, I believe, 5 games, including this game coming Saturday since the 16th. Today's the 23rd. And so that's a lot of games.
It is.
And so you just hope that players are able to be resilient and perform at a high level.
And stay healthy, right? You look at this Loyola team, they've been playing without Marquise Kennedy for the last 7 games now, including tonight. So they hope to have him back, certainly for Arch Madness, if not sooner, but there's Enaruna, hits the free throw. And there's the Valley standings right now, and this would presume a win for Loyola. Still 8:27 to go, but then the two teams, be it 13 and 4, going into Saturday's game in McLeod.
Well, they're gonna play for regular season championship, but those top 6 teams in the Missouri Valley Conference, it's anyone's conference championship to win.
Loyola trying to become just the 3rd team since the turn of the century to win 4 regular season titles in 5 seasons.
Absolutely.
The last team to do it was Wichita State between 2013-14 and 16-17. There's Tate Hall going to the bench, getting his senior send-off.
You know, that's very elite company to be in same category as Wichita State. And it's amazing how the Ramblers have dominated this conference since they left.
And then you think about, too, that Southern Illinois team is the other one since the turn of the century between 01-02 and 04-05. Won 4 out of 5 regular season crowns. Here's Clemens. There's a 3.
It's good to see him knocking those shots down. He does it regularly, but again, going into Saturday's game, you want to have seen some success, and the Ramblers are making it happen tonight.
It's nice to see for Keith. I love to see that smile on his face.
Absolutely.
Tonight it has been as dominant a performance as I can remember from this Loyola men's team.
Well, you got 3 players in double figures. Keith Clemens, 10 points on the floor now, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. And so the Ramblers, and Johnson, and I noticed he come in, the Ramblers doing what they need to do to win this basketball game, but more especially preparing for the next game. I think everything looking towards this championship game against UNI.
These could be some valuable minutes, especially for guys like St. Thomas, guys like Hudson, even T.Y. Johnson. And think about how much of an impact Jacob Hudson made at Arch Madness a year ago.
Absolutely. And the Ramblers need his effort. Well, he normally comes off the bench.
Look who's coming in. Right? Willie Alcock is getting the hero's welcome.
I think Alcock gets a standing ovation from the student section here.
They love him. He's got that podcast with Cameron Krutwig.
That's outstanding.
Look at this.
Look at that. That is amazing. I don't care what night that happens. That is awesome.
Thunderous applause, and Keith Clemens goes to the bench.
See the Ramblers all over the perimeter, not giving up many opportunities to shoot.
Alcock, the defense. And this shot from Beauchamp. You know they're waiting for Willie to shoot.
Well, he's got the ball.
And it is a senior night. Put it up, man.
He's still going to execute in their offense. Let's see if he gets something going in the basket. There it is.
Gets around Sisley.
There it is.
He's fouled.
He's like, what? I know I was fouled.
He was.
Well, he gets a chance to put some points on the board. Difficult to get in and make these shots. Let's see how calm he'll be letting it go.
First one off target.
Okay, he measured it up with that one. Let's see, I expect this next one to go in.
There's some nerves in this, right? I mean,
absolutely.
You get into the game, the crowd loves it.
Got a standing ovation.
There it is.
What'd I tell you? I am the sayer of Sooth, the soothsayer.
Backcourt violation. Logan Bauman is saying that went off of Loyola, and the officials correct it. So it'll be Evansville ball with 14 on the shot clock. Here's Phillips. Rebound to T.Y. Johnson. Alcock, yes!
And the crowd goes wild. Oh, that's awesome.
What a great moment for him.
Absolutely.
Well, Johnson picks up the foul there. I bet that Cameron Krutwig is watching. I don't know what time it is in Belgium, but if you're watching, we've got a lot to talk about in the podcast next time.
Absolutely. I've got to check it out.
Beauchamp the miss.
There's still a lot of time left in this game.
Johnson, no. Still under 5 minutes remaining in this one.
I know a lot of the main players are out, but this Rambler team still needs to execute on both offense and defense as Alcock swats that one out of bounds.
He's everywhere, man.
Absolutely, doing what he's supposed to for this Rambler team. But again, everything's got to be with the eye on the future because they've got more games to play, and this is the time to get better.
Sisley for three and knocks it down. Blake Sisley has hit 3 threes tonight. He's got 9 points for Evansville.
And all of his points have come on three-point shots.
Yep.
And talked about in the open, his success with making that hook shot. So nothing in the paint. Speaking of the hook.
Well, you know, Sisley's been a nice story for Evansville. Obviously, this year has gone sideways for this team. This would be their 15th loss in 17 games. But there's reason for optimism if you're Evansville, despite what will be the outcome tonight, because Blake Sisley's played really well over the last 6 games. Freshman who you think will probably continue to improve and get better. Blaise Beauchamp, the sophomore, has been much improved over the last 5 games, averaging 16 points per game. So some of the younger guys on this Evansville team are getting opportunity, making the most of it. Preston Phillips, not necessarily a scorer, getting a lot of minutes of late. So, and this is an Evansville program that has certainly had plenty of success over the years. And there's a nice block there from Phillips.
Well, that's what Phillips does. He's a blocker and rebounder. And his ability to score will come as he grows in this league. But Coach Licklider is trying to put together a successful program. And it's not something that happens in one season. Certainly isn't something that happens overnight. So they just got to continue. This culture was created during the time that Porter Mosen was here. He worked very hard to develop it, and it has only grown with their success. And Coach Valentine is benefiting from that, and I hope can keep it going. When we were in his office earlier, you saw the sign. It says culture on the wall there, and it's such an important thing for this Rambler team to have and to continue to have the success.
No doubt. They've worn those shirts created by Culture for years.
I've been trying to get one.
They got to give you one.
Oh, man.
There's Page, hits a 3.
Yeah, I got to be more popular.
I think you're important for sure.
Thanks, Jordan. You're the best.
That's what I'm here for. Compliments. Here's St. Thomas finding Schwieger, and now Jacob Hudson. Schwieger off on that 3. Alcock was going for the rebound, but lets Page take it so as not to draw the foul. Just over 2 minutes left. The Ramblers set to seal their 22nd victory of the year. Alcock for 3.
Oh my goodness. It's electric every time he lets it go.
I love the
finish.
How about the finish and then just showing the 3?
Absolutely.
The celebration down the floor. 6 points tonight for Will.
But it's perfect. It's senior night. and he's putting on a show.
I mean, walk-ons work so hard to help prepare their own team for the opponent, right? They're the ones in the scout team wearing the other jersey. They're the ones cheering on their teammates every game when they know that they're not likely to get in. And so you just love when those players get a chance to come out on the floor and do something good. Obviously, you feel for Evansville in a game like this. This is not typical. I know that this has been a tough year for them, but this is an atypical score for sure. Ryan Schwieger comes out of the game to great applause. But the good for Loyola is that some of these guys that you don't get to see on the floor who are important to this program get their moment in the sun.
That's why I said everyone on that senior list makes a contribution for this team. Everyone on this team is important because everyone gets the Ramblers to the point that they are in each game. And so it's so good to see Alcock out, and he got to play a good number of minutes, which is what you really want.
Here's Alcock again.
Oh! He's on fire! Oh, I love every time he scores. This place just, you can hardly hear yourself.
9 points. Willie Three-Ball. Can we call him that?
It looks like that's what you're going to have to call him. Is he 2 for 2?
Alcock is 2 for 2 from 3.
100%.
3 of 4 from the field. 9 points.
Wow.
In 6 minutes.
You couldn't have drawn it up any better for him getting in this game with 5 minutes to go and then able to capitalize in this way. Good for him. Gage Bowe knocking down those free throws. He's a walk-on and gets tremendous number of minutes here on this Evansville team since they're short-handed.
Yeah, he's worked his way into a rotation spot. Nice to see for him for sure. This crowd yelling, "Let's go Ramblers," saluting this team for the last time, potentially here at home in the 21-22 season. So much energy in this building tonight. And what a dominant victory for Loyola on senior night. 82-31.